You ever notice how people act a little different around you? Maybe they avoid eye contact, suddenly get polite, or even throw shade behind your back. That's not weakness, it's power. Most people can't handle someone with real presence. Today, we're breaking down the 7 signs you have a strong, intimidating personality that commands respect and makes others sit up straight when you walk into the room. Let's get down to business. Number 1, you're a mystery to everyone. You're like a locked vault, and it drives people crazy. They can't figure you out, and that's exactly why they can't stop thinking about you. While everyone else is out here broadcasting their every move on social media, you keep your cards close to your chest. You don't overshare, and that makes people uncomfortable. Why? Because most people need validation. They need to be seen. But you don't. When you walk into a room, people notice, but they can't quite pin you down. Are you confident, quietly observing? Or are you calculating your next move? That aura of unpredictability is intimidating because it forces people to guess, and most people hate guessing games. They want answers. They want to put you in a box. But guess what? You're not the kind of person who fits into boxes. Here's the kicker. Being mysterious isn't about trying to be secretive. It's just who you are. You don't talk unless there's something worth saying. You don't flaunt every detail of your life because you don't need to. And when people ask you direct questions, your answers leave them with more questions than they started with. Number 2, you don't care for approval. Here's the deal. You don't need a pat on the back or a good job from anyone to feel like you're enough. While most people are out here chasing likes, compliments, and validation, you're busy building your own legacy. You don't care if people approve of your decisions because, you know deep down, that approval doesn't pay the bills, and it sure as hell doesn't build character. This throws people off. They're used to others bending over backward to please them. But you're different. You're not in the business of impressing anyone. And let me tell you something, this is intimidating. When you stop seeking approval, you become untouchable. Nobody can manipulate you with compliments or break you with criticism. You call the shots in your own life, and that makes people uncomfortable because they can't control you. This doesn't mean you're rude or dismissive. It means you're solid. You've got your own standards, and they're higher than anyone else's. You're not afraid to make unpopular choices because you trust your gut, and you know that the crowd is usually wrong anyway. The truth is, approval seekers follow. They don't lead. But you're a leader, and leaders don't wait for permission to do what they know needs to be done. You're not reckless, you're fearless, and that quiet confidence, it's like kryptonite for anyone trying to put you in their little box. Number 3, confidence gets you called arrogant. Let's be real. When you walk around with your head high, speaking with conviction, and owning your worth, people can't handle it. They'll call you arrogant. Why? Because your confidence reminds them of everything they're not. Weak people confuse self-assurance with arrogance because they've never felt that kind of power within themselves. Here's the truth. You're not arrogant. You just don't shrink to make others feel comfortable. You don't apologize for knowing your value or for being bold enough to say, yeah, I earned this. And guess what? That energy is magnetic, but it's also intimidating. People who don't have confidence will project their insecurities onto you because it's easier than working on themselves. But let me hit you with this. Confidence doesn't mean you think you're better than everyone else. It means you're not wasting your time doubting yourself. You've done the work. You faced the challenges. You deserve to believe in yourself. If that makes others uncomfortable, that's their problem, not yours. Arrogance is loud, insecure, and always looking for attention. Confidence, it's quiet, unshakable, and doesn't care who's watching. When people throw the arrogant label at you, wear it like a badge. It's proof that you're walking with the kind of energy that shakes the room. So, let them talk. You're not here to be liked. You're here to dominate. Number 4, your eye contact is intense. Your eyes, they don't just look, they penetrate. When you lock eyes with someone, it's like the whole world fades, and they're under a spotlight. Most people can't handle that kind of pressure. It's too real, too raw. They'll shift uncomfortably, glance away, or pretend to check their phone. Why? Because your eye contact says, I see you, and most people aren't used to being truly seen. It's not just about staring someone down like it's a contest. It's the energy behind it. Your eye contact isn't just a look. It's a message. It says you're confident, present, and completely unafraid to confront the moment. It also says, I'm in control here. That kind of intensity is rare, and it shakes people to their core because it demands authenticity. You're not giving them a way out. They have to face you, whether they like it or not. Here's the thing. Weak people avoid eye contact because they fear vulnerability. They don't want to be exposed. But you welcome it. Your gaze challenges them to rise to your level, and that's intimidating as hell. Number 5, you change the atmosphere instantly. When you walk into a room, everything shifts. The air gets thicker, conversations slow down, and all eyes, subtly or not so subtly, find their way to you. It's not something you do intentionally. It's just the energy you bring. You don't adapt to the room adapts to you. See, most people blend in. They try to match the vibe, stay low-key, and avoid rocking the boat. But you are the vibe. Whether it's your confidence, your presence, or just the way you carry yourself, people notice you. They feel you. And that can make them uncomfortable because you're not afraid to be seen, to take up space, and to own the moment. This is what makes you different. You're not trying to seek attention. It naturally gravitates toward you. You walk with purpose, speak with authority, and carry a quiet intensity that commands respect. And when you're in the room, people feel like they have to bring their A game or step aside. The funny thing is, you might not even notice it. You're just being yourself, but your authenticity is powerful. It creates a ripple effect, and suddenly, everyone's energy shifts because they're responding to yours. Number 6, you stay calm in chaos. When the world feels like it's falling apart, you're the one person who doesn't flinch. While others panic, scramble, or lose their heads, you're as steady as a rock. And let me tell you, that calmness, it's terrifying to people who thrive on drama or crumble under pressure. Here's the secret. Staying calm in chaos isn't about ignoring the storm. It's about knowing you are the storm. You don't let emotions control you because you understand that chaos is just a test. When the heat is on, you think clearly, act decisively, and maintain control. That's what makes you a natural leader, someone others turn to when everything's going sideways. But it's not just about handling pressure. It's about the way your calmness unsettles people who are used to chaos being contagious. They expect you to mirror their panic, but instead, your calm demeanor shines a spotlight on their instability. And that's intimidating. It shows them that you've mastered what they haven't: self-control. Staying calm in chaos isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. You've faced challenges, taken hits, and learned that freaking out solves nothing. When you're calm, you're dangerous because you see the bigger picture, while everyone else is blinded by the moment. Number 7, your silence is powerful. In a world where everyone's talking just to fill the silence, you do the opposite. You don't speak unless there's something worth saying, and that alone makes you stand out. Your silence isn't awkward. It's deliberate. It holds weight. People feel it, and that makes them uneasy because they can't figure out what you're thinking. Most people are terrified of silence. They'll ramble, over-explain, or crack a joke just to break it. But you own it. When you choose not to speak, it forces others to pay attention, to hang on your every move, waiting for your next word. That's power, because when you finally do speak, people know it's going to matter. Your silence is a tool. It disarms people, makes them reflect, and even exposes their insecurities. When someone talks to fill the void, it's usually because they're nervous, and when you sit there calm and collected, it shows them who's really in control. But here's the kicker. Your silence isn't about being cold or distant. It's about being intentional. You listen more than you talk, which makes your words sharper, your actions louder, and your presence undeniable. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Our community is full of driven individuals who are committed to leveling up every single day. Together, we'll continue to push boundaries and rise above the rest. Let's keep the momentum going.